All right, crypto family, XRP family, let's talk about an interesting development playing out in the crypto landscape, impacting XRP. XRP right now up 2%. This is a new possible round of stimulus checks. Yeah, okay. And not coming from your usual source of the printers turning on, if you will. And so we're going to talk about that. And I think that's quite frankly the impact you're seeing right now. Crypto was in the red earlier today on Sunday, November 9th, and it has turned positive, moving in the into green direction. Okay, so we're going to dissect this new $2,000 stimulus check that could go to about 85% of the American population. All right. And about $400 billion worth of stimulus checks. Yeah, could come out. So we're gonna jump into that here in just a minute. But I wanted to kind of share with you what I'm seeing going on here. Again, things are bouncing up pretty nicely. Ethereum really bouncing up nicely. And on the 24-hour, you got Zcash still continuing its run. Look at this. Look at Zcash. From here, this is a buy alert 47 days ago, up 1,313%. Zcash was the hands down winner in the month of October, just crushing it. So that's really been cool. By the way, that is my software gave a buy alert right there. So if you're interested, links in the description below to check that out. And I'll share that with you here at the end, how you can use it to make money. How would you like to have got into this? And $1,000 bought here 47 days later would be worth over 13 grand. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. It can help you know when to buy and when to sell any crypto. And I'll explain more about that here in just a minute. But you can pick it up on the link and below. It literally costs about $1 a day to use it. Okay. So let's talk about what is playing out. Well, here's what's going on. So the US government is talking about handing out 400 plus billion in stimulus payments for the first time since 2021. This is not stimulus checks like we had back in 2021. This is actually stimulus checks that are coming from the tariff revenue that has been generated. Okay. So that's what's interesting about that. So, this is something that Trump wants to do. And I actually dropped this into Google's AI and just kind of said, hey, when could the $2,000 here? I had to rewrite it here. When could the 2,000 stimulus checks be handed out from the tariff revenue? They would have to be approved from Congress. So this is something that Trump wants to do. Is it going to happen in November? I don't know. We still got the government shutdown going on, things of this nature. But this is something that I do think will most likely, possibly, pretty strongly. Yeah, I'm hedging my bets a little bit just because of the current political landscape, right? With government shutdown, all that kind of stuff. I don't see how this could not be a bipartisan scenario, okay, where both Democrats and Republicans get behind this, because Trump's talking about using tariff revenue to do this. So it's not coming, not coming out of anybody's pocket per se, right? It's coming out of tariff revenue. So we'll see how that plays out. But I think that's the reason you're seeing this market bounce like it is and bouncing up, while you're seeing XRP up, things of this nature. So again, from what I'm understanding, doing some quick AI chat GPT searches and stuff like that, it would have to be approved by Congress for the payments to be sent out. And upon further inspection, it looks like about 85%, depending upon how much your income is. About 85% of the United States population could qualify to get this, and that's about $400 billion worth of money going out. And $2,000 stimulus checks, I think, again, we would see some of that capital flow into crypto. But I think what it really signals is more of a pervasive, possibly changing of the sentiment. I think if people had an extra $2,000 tax-free revenue, some of that would end up in the market. We saw that play out back in 2021. That was a major reason that 2021 was a pretty darn good year from a crypto standpoint. And then obviously rolled into 2022, Russia, you invaded Ukraine, and so forth and so on. Okay, so and the markets just went down like that. But the positive here would be the impact on the stock and on the crypto market, 100%. So I don't know. What do you think? Drop in the comments below. We'll love to hear from you. But we could see that if we do get a new round of stimulus checks coming from tariff revenue, 400 billion plus, some of it will find its way into crypto. But I also think it might change people's sentiment and view, things of this nature. Because I've done a bunch of videos talking about that, guys. I'm talking about the fact that the reason that I think crypto's right now languishing. Yes, government shutdown, but it's really the uncertainty around all of this stuff out there. Federal Reserve, what they're going to do on in December for Fed rate cut, the labor market, where we at with that, so forth and so on, right? And so this could be something for people to hang their hats on, if you will, to kind of use that old expression. And we could see some capital move into back and into crypto, and I think XRP will definitely benefit from that. It's not going to happen tomorrow because we got to get it. Again, what I'm from my research, Congress would have to approve of this dissemination of these stimulus checks. But again, I don't see any reason why we couldn't maybe see that as this become one of the few bipartisan, both Democrats, Republicans getting behind and handing out these checks to help the American, the American taxpayer, right? Why not, right? Okay, so so this is not a kick the can kind of down the road where we're gonna have to pay for it with inflation and things of that nature, kind of like what we had back in 2020 and 2021 when we had those rounds of stimulus checks going on, things of this nature. Okay, so with that, so that's what we got. So drop in the comments below. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, so kind of sharing with you again. So this is, if you're interested, my trading indicator, 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. Quarterly plans, the cheapest on a per day basis. Look, it can help you make money. It can help you be more successful in crypto if you are so inclined and you want to know when to buy, when to sell. Like this is ICP, a buy alert here. 8 days later, we're up 186%. Okay. Let's just take a look at one of the flyers here. Let's take a look at this. So decree DCR. Okay. So let's look at that one. All right. So if I take a look at that DCR, we hit that and we take a look at what's going on with DCRs. That's not right. Let's see. That's not coming in. That's pulling something else. So let's look and see what soon is. That's pulling up a real estate investment trust. There we go. There's soon. Okay. So soon you can see right here, like, look, this is an example of soon. There's a buy, 32 days, 183%, but a buy here, a sell there. It said sell because the market kind of started trending down. And then if we kind of dig a little bit more into what we got here, you can see major buy alert there. And then one day, 139%, we started turning negative. It said, buy, okay, sell it again. And then it said, okay, buy again. And now you're up another 47%. So up over 200+%. But that's what it kind of does real time. You're seeing it right there. And this is on the 6-hour chart. So you can see, again, a buy alert. Look at this buy alert. Look at this. That buy alert came in before that massive candle. You see that? Okay, so buy here went up 120+%. Actually, it candled up massive 300+%. Wow. Okay. And then there was a sell alert issued in one day, 118% gain, sell, lock in those 118% gains, right? And then you see it dip right here. And then another buy alert coming in there. And then now we're up another 50, +% right there. Okay. So that's how it works. And guys, I'm literally talking about $1, a little over like $1.10, 15 cents a day. $1.15 a day is what it costs to use the software. That's it. Don't begrudge me $1.15 if it helps you know when to buy, know when to sell. Look, Zcash, buy here, 47 days later, 1,313%. Okay. By the way, no sell alert issued yet. All right. So you can still get in on Zcash. ICP, again, right there. We looked at this one on the fly soon. You see it right here. Boom. That's how it works. Okay. So there you go. Give it a look. There's live training in the members area. Sorry, I got something in my eye, and everything to help you out. So all that is there for you. Links are right down there. Go get her. And I will see you later. If you're watching this on X, there's a link below this video as well. Later. See you.